Okay, now, when we were kids, okay, when some of us were kids, some of you too young. Anyway, a lot of kids had Han Solo's blaster, you had the Stormtrooper rifle. They both basically sounded like a dentist drill. But they were cool. You had a little button that you engage down here that would alter the sound, whether it was a heavy sound or a high whiny sound. But it took me a while to get these as a kid, and so I had to come up with my own way of doing things. We had trees, so of course we had sticks that were kind of shaped like an L or a 7. Those would be laser guns, no problem. Nice straight stick, that could be a lightsaber, no problem. But one of the things that was hard to do was come up with spaceships if you didn't have any. And I did not have any. Some of my friends did, I did not. So, as a little kid, I looked closely at Bic pens. These are just basic, Bic straight pens, and realized that if I took 4 of them, I could get a spaceship out of it. And so basically what you would do is you would run in and you would thieve the caps off of said pens and start putting them together like so. You'd take one cap, pop it there, second cap would go on at the top, third cap, and a fourth cap. And all of a sudden, you had a spaceship. Put my hand behind there, so maybe you can see it a little bit better, but I'll do some better shots of this. And basically, when you looked at it, you had a cockpit and 3 engines, or however you wanted to look at it. But there you go. You had this nice little, spaceship. And you had the black team, you had the blue team, and if you were lucky and you found lots of these laying around, you could end up with a green team and a red team as well. But there they were. They're just nice little Bic pen cap spaceships, and these became my actually they became my X-wings more than anything. It doesn't really look like a TIE fighter. It doesn't really look like an X-wing, but they did their jobs. I ran through the house with these all the time. And then, of course, when Battlestar Galactica came out, bingo, bammo. There you go. You've got, the Viper. So anyway, that was stuff we had to do when I was a kid to figure out how to have fun. So use your imagination. Come up with things to do, and it's amazing what an 11-year-old mind can come up with. Copy. We've got the rebels fleeing into the woods. One of the things I didn't touch on earlier that you had to come up with your imagination as a kid was this awesome little TACS. Now this was long before Episode 1 came out and the women's razor was used for a Jedi communicator. You would use these, empty these out, or keep them full. That way you could eat candy while you were playing. You empty these out, flip the top up. All of a sudden, you've got a nice antenna going, and then you would be okay. We've got them surrounded, and had yourself a nice little walkie-talkie communicator device, whatever you wanted to use it for. The most important part of this is because it was just an empty or full of mint plastic box, was you had to make sure that you made the click in and click out sound of copy, because if you didn't make that sound, then nobody else could hear you, and you were just out in the middle of your yard talking to yourself, kind of like what I'm doing now. So anyway, that was the other thing that we used to do. Pen cap spaceships, tic-tac walkie-talkies, and that got us covered.